welcome back to Open, everyone. So the Harlem School of the Arts will be showcasing their latest theater production, Fabulation Or, the Re-Education of Undine, a story written by two-time Pulitzer Prize winner Lynn Nottage, and it follows the story of Undine Barnes, who is faced with many obstacles thrown her way, and the play converses on the celebration of identity and the singular struggle of what Black success looks like, while also exploring more universal themes of family and legacy. Joining us to tell us more, we welcome director and producer Chesray, Dolpha, and Harlem School of the Arts students Otto Grimwood and Eva Galindez. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh,
so happy to be here.
Oh,
thank
you. I'm excited because you guys are all from school, so we love when we're able to have students and or we wouldn't ask you to take the day off from school to be here, only if you wanted to.
I mean, I probably would have chosen here.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all good. So, let's talk a little bit about why this piece is being produced. Obviously, it's Black History Month.
Yes.
It makes a lot of sense. But, I introduced the piece as a story of going from riches to rags, which is kind of the unusual, right? Because everything usually has a happy ending. But the truth of the matter is it really rags to riches to rags?
Yeah. So this story is actually, it's the inverse. It's rags to riches. So the story starts off with Undine kind of coming from the projects in Brooklyn and making her way up to being this really fierce powerhouse, right? And the play, at the beginning of the play, we really talk about assimilation. What does it mean for women of color to assimilate into a professional space that tend to not be where you come from?
Right.
And Undine, is kind of, feels like she has to put on these airs to fit in, right? And it's the fancy talk and the wine and the, Martha's Vineyard and all of these things that kind of give her this context of riches. And she loses everything because of love.
Right.
Yep, and her man runs away with all of her money, and that's where the story starts.
And that's where the story starts, and that's what they're giving you. But the idea, right? But the idea is that it's almost like I read the story, or a synopsis of the story.
Yeah.
It's almost like a means of, when I say it may be perceived as riches to rags, but in essence, from the place of self-discovery, it's rich.
Yes, absolutely. So you see this turn for her because all the things that she thought was making her rich really was not.
Right.
And so she loses all of the wealth, but she gets a different kind of wealth, right? She finds real love. She reconnects with her family. And just like you said, that's really where the wealth is.
So, Chanel, you're the director, and you have with you two of the actors, right?
Yes.
But actors who are playing multiple roles, I understand.
Yes.
All right, so talk a little bit, I guess you want to introduce them so that I know who's playing who.
Yeah. So these are my actors, and so we have a company, pre-professional company of actors that my work is to really get them ready to be professional actors in the real world. And so I really wanted to make sure that we expose them to a real, piece of art. Lynn Nottage is, of course, amazing. And so I wanted them to really be able to have a meaty play that they can get their hands into, and this is definitely a meaty play. So these are actors from the theater, the professional program.
Yeah. So
you may go first.
Okay. Well, I play an addict, and I also play Agent Duva. They are a federal agent. So basically, Agent Duva is this character that, because they're a federal agent, they come off as a very strong person. And one thing that I struggled with, when doing this, is like coming off as more masculine, because that's kind of what, agents are.
Right.
Yeah. And myself, I kind of struggle with that because I'm not very masculine at all. Not anywhere towards that. So I think that was kind of hard, but I feel like I've definitely grown more during that.
Well, what I find fascinating, by the way, my apologies, I called you Chanel and Chesray.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about
that. And so what I find fascinating is the extremities of the characters. That's work. So, and you have to come in and portray this in the same time frame, right?
Yep.
I mean, obviously you do a costume change or whatever, but you have to shift from an internal place.
Yeah.
So that must be fascinating.
Yeah.
Right. But I want to talk a little bit to Otto.
Yes.
So let's talk about, you have three.
I have 3 roles.
3 characters to play, I gotta understand.
I am playing drug dealer, drug addict, and accountant. So I sell drugs, I take drugs, and I do it with efficiency.
above.
So those are my 3 characters. And it's, I do have to switch like a mindset between each one because the accountant is like a Harvard MBA, like well-upkept person that I have to go. And then I go to like a drug dealer who's like full of swagger and like more just chilled out energy. And then I go to the addict who just has a massive burden on him at all times. And it's interesting to shift between those, but I'm having fun with it.
I bet. It sounds fun. I think it's wonderful. I was so excited when I had heard that you are all playing multiple roles because that is truly craftswomanship. Yeah.
And because we're an ensemble of a lot of women in the ensemble, we needed to be able to have roles like Agent Duval that's being played by a woman, right? It was actually in the script it's played by a man, but I was like, why not? And so this is the fun of theater that you get to, kind of bring in, your own, kind of color to the work of Leonardo, which I think is an amazing blessing to be able to do.
It's lovely. And so how many cast members are there all together?
14.
There's 14 of you. Oh, my goodness. And how long is the show itself?
So the show is about 90 minutes, really close to 90 minutes, and it's a very fast beat show. It's like beat to beat to beat. The lead character never leaves the stage. She's always on stage.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah, so you really kind of go through it, and it's a really fast-moving play.
What's your favorite part of this experience?
I guess just like working with everyone in the cast. I feel like during production, it brings everybody closer together because we're spending all this time together. I feel like we learn a lot from each other watching everyone acting. You learn more about yourself, and it's just a great experience overall.
Lovely. And Otto?
My work is my play. I just love going on stage and horsing around as like what I want to do with my future. Yeah, just working with everyone definitely is.
Yeah, but horsing around efficiently, right? Because the structure. I love it.
They have a lot of fun too. Like last night I had to kind of call them in because we could hear them literally like laughing and playing and horsing around in the dressing room. So I'm happy that they're having fun with the play because there's definitely a lot to be said about it.
Lovely. And congratulations to you on directing a 14 cast piece.
I know.
That's amazing. So before we go,
Thank you so much.
It opens
February 28th at 7. That's our first show. Then we have 2 plays on Saturday, one at 2 and one at 7 o'clock. That's March 29. And then March 1st, we have a 2 o'clock show.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing
Thank you so much for having
2
us.
of yours, absolutely. Break a leg. Mucho bien. I know you. I love it. As you can see, I like to play too.
This is theater too.
Of course. All right. Once again, you guys, Harlem School of the Arts Spring Theater main stage production of Fabulation or the Re-Education of Undine will take place February 28th through March 1st at the Harlem School of the Arts, located at 645 St. Nicholas Avenue. For more information, you can visit hsanyc.org. And for tickets, go to fabulation.brownpapertickets.com.